Hey guys, it's Mr. Clegg. Let's start with this math review here. Multiplying fractions with canceling factors. So these will be fractions that when we multiply them, we could reduce them. So let's demonstrate how we do this. Actually, first I'm going to demonstrate an alternate way to do this. Let's multiply straight across this example. I'm going to actually rewrite it over here. 3/4 times 10/9. So neither one of these fractions is reducible by itself, but the result will be reducible. And I'm going to show you why. If you take and multiply straight across the top, we have 30. And then on the bottom, we have 4 times 9, that'd be 36, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we have 30 over 36. Well, that's reducible. So we could actually rewrite that as, 5 times 6 on the top. We could write the bottom as 6 times 6. And then we could cancel out the 6's. And we would end up with the answer of 5/6. So that's one way we could do this. Notice that that's the same answer we got here. But another way we could do this is to go ahead and factor these things out to begin with. So 3 can't factor. 4 can be written as 2 times 2. So I don't know if I want to do a bunch of lines on here. It might make it kind of messy. But anyway, you can see that 4 goes down and becomes 2 times 2. 10 can get factored as 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. And 9 is 3 times 3. So now we have all this stuff. And we're going to cancel out the common factors, as we can see here. 3/3 cancels out, right? So multiply something by 3 and then divide it by 3. You've done nothing. You've gone right back where you started. So those cancel out. If you double something and then cut it in half, you've undone what you just did. So those go away. That's the same as multiplying by 1. And then we have 5, and then we have 2 times 3 on the bottom, which is 6, so we get 5/6. So either one of these ways is actually okay. But I think it's easier, maybe not at first, but once you get used to this way, it's actually easier to go ahead and cancel things out before you multiply, because otherwise you end up multiplying, and then you have to factor everything back down again by dividing. So it's kind of like double the amount of work. Although in this example, it didn't look that much different, did it? Well, let's try a few examples here. So we're going to simplify this. Let's rewrite this. See if if a number is prime, we'll just write it again. 3 is a prime number. 2, and then we're going to multiply by 1/9. But 9 can be factored, so let's write that as 3 times 3. Okay, and now we can cancel out a 3 on the top and a 3 on the bottom. And so I hope you can see that we have 1 on the top and 2 times 3 on the bottom, which is 6. So there's our answer, 1/6. That's a terrible circle. Let's try that again. All right. Let's try number 2. Well, on this one, I'm going to rewrite this. 4/5. Oh, aha. Forgot to 2 times 2. Okay. Still early in the morning, so my brain's waking up. And then we have 5. And then we have 3. So the only thing that we could factor was the 2 times 2. But notice that now when it comes to canceling, we can cancel out the 5 and the 5. So we have 5/5. And then actually, my brain wasn't all that far off because there's nothing here we can cancel with the 2. So that just stays as 4 and 3. Now, if we had been real sharp in the beginning, we might have just gone like this. Bam, bam. And then we could just see that the answer is 4/3. This way actually is pretty darn quick if you get used to it. All right, let's do this one, number 3. So here we have 4 on the top, that's 2 times 2. And then on the bottom we have 3 times 3. Multiplying by this other fraction, we have a 3 on the top and a 2 on the bottom. Oh, this is just like shooting fish in a barrel. I don't know where that expression came from. We're going to cancel out a 3 and a 3, so 3/3. And we're going to cancel out a 2 and a 2. And we end up with 2/3. All right, now let's do the next one. 2/7 here, can't reduce any of those. But 14 could be 2 times 7. And 6 could be 2 times 3. Okay, let's look for common factors to cancel out. That 2 on the top and the 2 down there. We could have canceled the other 2, it doesn't matter which one. And how about the 7 here and the 7 here? 7/7. And so then we have, the answer looks like it's again 2/3. How about that? Hey, we're getting through this no problem. How about the 4? Now this one's going to be really easy because it's 4 times a 4th. Well, I know that that's 1 if I kind of, 4/4 is 1, right? But look at this, I can do it the canceling way, but if there's a 4 on the top and bottom, I can just go ahead and cancel that. I don't have to write it as 2 times 2. And then 1 is already just 1, so the answer is just 1, or 1/1. You could write it as 1/1. You can say once upon a time. All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's do the last one here now. 4 is 2 times 2. And 9 is 3 times 3. Then we have to multiply that by 6, which is 2 times 3, and 2. Look at all this stuff we can cancel. I'm going to cancel this 2 and that 2. You could have done one of the other 2s, it doesn't matter. Now let's cancel this 3 and that 3. And let's see what's left. 2 times 2 on the top, that's 4. And then on the bottom, just the 3. All right. So in this case, we didn't have to factor that 4 into 2 times 2. But sometimes it helps and sometimes it doesn't. By the way, if we had left that as 4, we could have gone through the next step and then we wouldn't have had to cancel it. But then later, sometimes you'll find you still have to cancel something or still have to factor something apart into its factors. And you can always do that later. It's no big deal. All right, good luck.